All right, welcome to episode 126 of Those Millennials podcast. Today I'm your humble, grateful, extremely thankful host, K the Classic. I'm here with my nearest and dearest, my boys and friends in real life. Jesse's here. Jesse, what's going on, brother? How you doing? How you feeling? How's your mental health? How's your pockets?
I'm all right. You caught me off guard. I couldn't walk
Yeah,
off.
yeah. Fuck your
Caught me
ritual.
off guard. All good.
Fuck your ritual,
I'll
bro.
walk off later.
Rel's here. What's going on, Rel? How you doing? How you feeling? How's your pockets? How's your mental health, bro?
What's Gucci, man?
What's going on? So starting up top, I wanted to just go ahead and do what I normally do, which is I want to thank you, all our loyal listeners, and we appreciate all the love you guys give us via social media and on YouTube. The YouTube numbers is up, so keep up the good work. But I do need to ask you guys a favor. According to the analytics, there's a lot of you people watching, but aren't subscribed. So I just want you guys to subscribe to the pod. It helps the pod. It costs you nothing, and it helps the pod go a long way. It helps other people that like our content to come on over and enjoy the content. So if you enjoy the content, hit the subscribe button, please. Not asking for a lot. It's free 99 to stimulate your mind. All right. So starting up top, I want Rel to give him the space because Rel was outside this weekend on Labor Day weekend. By the way, happy Labor Day weekend. I hope everybody enjoyed. Had a safe Labor Day weekend. Rel, how was it? You went to a certain Goats concert who rides on roller skates.
Man, when I say
did he ride on roller skates is the question.
Yes, he did. He did the roller skate thing, and it was awesome. I would say this, like Usher is a legend. But you can be kind of critical of Usher after Here I Stand. He did the Raymond versus Raymond. He did the track with Will I Am. Which was a Black Eye for music,
which is an international hit.
Even exactly.
No.
I care less for the song, but
right.
Actually,
love you,
that's actually a Black Eye for music.
No, it's not. It's
No, it's actually a Black Eye for music. But anyways, but and everything after that has been tough for Usher. But when I say this dude puts on one of the best performers I've ever seen live, I've never seen Bruno live, so I got to check out Bruno. But when I say Usher puts on a show, and it was incredible. When I say he take you through. Here's my only issue with the show. We didn't stay in 80s. He said he's going to take us through all his albums. He rushed through 8701. I don't get it. But you stayed in Raymond versus Raymond. Like, how do you rush through 8701? Usher, please, in the future residency, can we stay in 8701 just a little bit longer? Can you help me? Is one of my favorite Usher songs ever.
Can you help me is on Here I Stand, but keep going.
No, Can You Help Me is
unless there's two songs called Can You Help Me.
I think Can You Help Me is on 8701. But yeah, anyways, but we just need Usher. Let's stay in 8701 more, please.
You don't want to talk about the special guest that came out with Usher?
Oh yes. Tevin Campbell shocked the hell out of me. When I say him and Usher, first off, Can You Help Me is on 8701.
There's another one on. There has to be another one on.
There's only one we acknowledge, and that's the one on 8701.
Okay. All right.
But Tevin Campbell, he did Can We Talk? He did Can We Talk? And it was just a moment where the culture moved. And I'm like, oh shit, Usher, Tevin, two vocalists, Tevin Campbell, a legend, Usher, a legend. It was just a moment. I was trying to get on the stage. I was pretty intoxicated, if you could tell by my Instagram story, but I had a blast. I would say this: nothing tops Kanye in LA, but this is number 2 best concert I ever been to. Number 2, nothing tops Kanye in LA. Like nothing. Life of Pablo. Like I cried that whole fucking concert. Literally, nigga was just crying tears the whole concert. So,
the one that he cut short in Sacramento.
Well, that's the one Jeff was at. I wasn't at that show. I was in the LA show. Jeff was at that one.
I'm just saying
Shout out to
everybody
Black.
didn't get that performance, so I don't think it existed, bro.
You know what? Hey, I'll be honest with you. Kanye probably
I mean,
realized,
is
wait a
that the
minute,
one-
I'm in Sacramento. Let me stop performing.
Is that the one where Jay-Z said in the line where he only talked, you give him so much and he only talked for like 7 minutes on the stage?
Dude, Jesse, I like your attitude right now, bro. Why you gotta bring up the
I
negative
don't like
shit?
my attitude either. My bad. Let me flip it. Let me switch it up. Let me let you slurp them because for some way, somehow you always figure out how to slurp them. You're supposed to be talking about. You're supposed to be talking about Ush, and now it turned into Kanye.
It was the second best
It's
performance I've ever
supposed
seen.
People
to
think
talk about
I be
us,
picking
but
on
turn
Drill,
it to
but
Kanye.
he literally does this.
And we're gonna talk
If
about
it's the
it.
second best fucking
about it
concert
next.
I ever been to,
We are
what do you
gonna
want
talk
me to say?
about. We are
What do you
gonna
want me
talk
to
about
say?
him next.
We're
We're
gonna
gonna talk
Kanye.
about him next.
Yeah, Kanye's
Damn, you didn't have to squeeze him in.
It was the best concert I've ever been to. But go
I
ahead,
guess
Kevin.
he was squeezing it in on you. I guess.
You see, Kevin, you gonna let those jokes slide. But you cancel me for when I say it. You let those jokes slide.
Oh, by the way, I
Hey,
I
look, man.
I have my voice.
Look,
I have my
man,
voice
I'm not saying anything bad. Love who you want to love, as my man Ray J would say.
Yeah. Shout out to RSVP. Anyway, real quick.
And I'm RSVP and not my time not to listen to that fucking album. I'm reserving my time. I'm RSVP when the album drops not to listen to it. So it makes sense why it's called RSVP.
This shit gonna be cold. Anyway, oh god, I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Okay, so it's Thursday. Literally recording during the Bills Rams game, which is why Jesse's has his shirt representing his team.
You know, it's like wet because I was drinking some water.
Representing his squad. But real quick, since it's opening day of the NFL season, I want us to do some picks real quick. At least pick the champion, and maybe if you guys want to pick some MVP or some props, and then Jarrell, a new segment we're gonna do to the end of the NFL season. Jarrell's gonna pick 3 games, his best bets. We're gonna come up with a fancy name for him.
No 3 games. You see how negotiations work around here, Chris.
We're gonna come up with a name for him, but right now it's just Jarrell's best bets. Oh, Rel's best bets. Rel's best bets. He's gonna pick 3 games to guarantee you to win money. Guarantee.
First off, go ahead.
And at the end of the season, we'll see what Jarrell's record is. But all right, so starting with Jesse because his team is currently playing. Who do you got winning the Super Bowl? And do you have any MVPs? Look at that smile. Go ahead, man. Who you got winning it all, man?
Who I got going to the Super Bowl?
The Mafia?
Who I got going to the Super Bowl on the NFC side? Who I got on the NFC side. It's pretty much a toss up in the NFC. Besides, I mean, you got your, the Rams are going to be great. So it's most likely going to be them in the end and 49ers in the end, and I'll put the Bucks up there. Between those 3, let's 49ers. I'll say the 49ers. 49ers in the Super Bowl.
Fuck you, B.
I don't believe in the Eagles hype. I can't believe in it until I see Jalen Hurts
throw a football
more. I don't believe.
He's not Dak Prescott.
He's not. To be honest, he really isn't. They would be better off with Dak Prescott. They would be better off with Dak Prescott right now because I've seen Dak Prescott. It's just unfortunately I seen him in that. What's your colors again? Yeah, it don't matter. In that star, and then that star that hasn't really gone far. You know what I mean? Just got a star on there for no reason. Might as well take the star off, but it's cool.
Who you got in the AFC, dog?
But in the AFC, it's gonna come down to the end. It's gonna be real close, but you already know what it is. You already know what it is. You see them playing in this first game for a reason. You're gonna see them on TV a lot more for a reason. You're gonna see Josh Allen stiff arming, hopping over. You gonna throw touchdowns and throw interceptions. We seen this now in this one game. He gonna do it all, but he'll go ball out, and this squad is nice. We're going to the Super Bowl. It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. But we're gonna win the Super Bowl too. That's all I got to say. That's it. You know what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all steadily what it's been with the Bills. This game, Rel, how much you guys gonna win this year? I said, it's easily about 11 games. What we do? We won 11 games. Well, I said, where we going? That same year. Where y'all going? To the AFC finals, a conference game. What
You didn't go? You didn't go to the AFC conference game last year?
I'm talking about that year. I said, you said, ha. Next year, I said it's going to be a little of a step back. It's going to be a little tougher. We got 13 seconds, not even 13 seconds away. We got an overtime. Let's motherfucking go! Sorry. We got there. We got overtime. Overtime rules stopped us because if it didn't, we'd still be playing that game till today.
Today, kiss my ass. Today,
we still be playing that game till today.
No. Leslie Frazier stopped you and covered too, Jesse.
We lost our best player. We lost our safety. We lost our safety. You had to go into your base defense. You lost your best safety. The corners were getting beat. It was like obviously they had to just stay back so they don't get beat deep. So of course it was that. I'm not even tripping over that. It's the coverage call. It is what it is. What they really shouldn't have done was start slow in that game. But anyways, that being said, Chiefs is nice. It's gonna be a rough, tough AFC. It's gonna be rough and tough.
Best one we ever.
But you need
ever.
Yeah, but guess what? You don't need somebody that's a baller. You don't need somebody that can grind through it, who gets better in the playoffs. That's Josh Allen. I ride with that boy. 17 plus 14 equals 7, baby. 17 plus 14 equals 7.
You done?
And right now, Diggs is eating Ramsey alive right now. Diggs been eating Ramsey all this game.
You finished or you through?
Real, who you got?
And MVP. I'm not jumping on the Josh Allen being MVP train. It can go to a guy that doesn't play that well in the playoffs. Here you go, Aaron Rodgers. You can have another.
Wow.
I don't care.
Wow.
You should name it the Aaron Rodgers Award.
Exactly. Or the ayahuasca award.
Right.
Real, who you got winning the Super Bowl this year?
You know what pissed me off by Aaron Rodgers real quick is the fact that he could come out and say, I played on Percocets. But if Josh Gordon say that, they spent a nigga 85 games.
All of a sudden they're like, ooh, is that against the rules?
Yeah, is that against the rules?
Like all of a sudden there's okay.
Yeah, I played on the perk, bro. Like what? But anyways, for the AMC is gonna be a dog fucking fight this year, but the team I really like this year, it's not gonna pick. This is not my Super Bowl pick, but the team I really like gonna be a sleeper team. I like Las Vegas this year. I think they're gonna be explosive.
Home team.
I think Devontae Adams. Hold on. Okay, checking. What's the Sky score? Yeah, Devontae Adams. I think Devontae Adams and Sky fucking lost. Yeah, Devontae Adams, Derek Carr gonna have a great connection. So I like the Las Vegas Raiders this year. But my Super Bowl pick, straight to it. I'll get to it right now. For the AFC, I am going with the Denver Broncos, and I think they're going to play.
Shout out Dustin for some reason.
The Dallas Cowboys. In the Super Bowl with the Dallas Cowboys winning the Super Bowl. I think this is Dak Prescott's year. This is Jerry Jones's moment. I think
I'm here, y'all.
Have a good
Can I get
This
is my turn. This is my turn.
Okay, Skip.
I think this is Dak Prescott's year. I think CeeDee Lamb. I think this is the year. They said this is in Chinese New Year's. They said this is the year of the Lamb. It's crazy. So
not even a thing.
The corniness. Oh my god.
So I just want to say I think this is Dak Prescott's year. I think Jerry Jones is the greatest owner in sports. I think he's earned this one. And here's the thing though, and mark this down. the Cowboys defense will be better than the Cowboys offense this year. Because I'm telling you,
It's actually not a surprise.
Let me get to my 3 picks. Let me get to my
Zeke is
3.
still. It's still he's gonna have to start. He gonna need to start running now to get a full head of steam to be able to run a 4 like
Jesse. Here's what I try to explain to casuals. He was injured most of last year.
Oh, you're the one that was shitting on him the whole time. Fuck out of here. You were shitting on him the whole fucking time. Now he was injured. Bro. Okay.
Let me go with my 3 picks. All right, these 3 picks right here. I'm going with the Lions money line this weekend. I'm buying everything Dan Campbell is selling. I'm going with the Texans +7. That's a lot of points, and I think the Texans, they're gonna play hard. It's not gonna be the Colts. So Texans +7. I can't. I'm not giving you guys a touchdown yet. And then like the Jaguars +2.5. I think that is gonna be. I like the Jags +2.5. Even if you like them to win, Jags +2. I hate the Washington Commanders, the Washington football team, whatever Washington team is over there.
The Washington C-sections.
Yeah, the Washington Sea Snakes. Those are my 3-team parlay. $25 to get you $258.
Rails best bets.
So Lions money line, Texans +7, Jaguars +2.5.
All right, can I give one? Take Dolphins money line.
Okay. That's a good play. I may make a single play on that.
Mine's gonna be real quick. I got in the NFC. I don't see Tampa. I think Tampa. I don't think Tampa's gonna be good this year. To be honest with you. I got.
You think Tom Brady really having marital issues?
I think it's gonna be bad in Tampa. That's just my little 2 cents. I got Aaron. I got Aaron in the NFC, and then I got Aaron in the NFC. And I'm going y'all going home team, so I'm going home team too. I'm going Colts, dark horse. I said it all season. I've been saying it at the beginning. What niggas? You can't say anything. Homer. I like Super Bowls too. The dark horse. I think we're not asking Matt Ryan to be Matt Ryan in 2014. We're asking him to just be cool. Just some play action here and throw it away and just do this.
Yeah, in order to do that, he needs a certain coach to be able to. You
want to know? I know how you suck it in training camp because everything I'm hearing is like, oh, he has a really good locker room presence.
Yeah, locker room.
It's like what? Yeah, they're like, what about? How's the play going on the field? He can really read the playbook well.
Tell you what, I'm pretty sure they didn't say that shit about Wentz last year. Anyway, all right, so we're moving on. Don't get me started on Wentz.
And they should probably try to say it about Dak, but
Yeah. All right, but yeah, so
as many wins as Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
So we're gonna talk about Kanye West and Adidas now. We kind of talked about it on. I don't know if it was last pod or the pod before that, but we kind of spoke about this, right, Real?
Yeah.
About Kanye's gripe with Adidas. Why did nobody say anything? So before I do that and get to Kanye and that, I have my not list. Why didn't I talk about it?
What are we not talking about, Kev? What we not talking about?
I have my not list real quick.
What we not talking about?
All right, so for those, Drew always does this when I do my not list. Why does he always make that face?
It shows I got no control over the show.
That's not true. You have your own show.
It got canceled. It
It did not get canceled. So for those new listeners,
being revamped. You know what I'm saying?
For new and old listeners, the not list is just how it sounds. The stuff that we're not talking that happened in the past week that I thought was interesting, and we're not going to talk about on the pod. So just like it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bad, something bad, or it could be good that we're just not talking about on the list. So there you go. All right, so number 1 on the not list. We're not talking about Top Gun Maverick being number 5 and highest paid grossing films in the domestic box office.
I still haven't seen it.
I still haven't seen it either. But I have the biggest gripe with this, even though I'm not talking about this. How long? I want people to clock how long Top Gun Maverick's been how long it's been in fucking theaters. Because I'm pretty sure it's been in theaters for a very fucking long time. The shit is still in theaters.
I don't think that's a problem. The reason why it's not a problem is that no, they do that when movies are making a lot of money. They extend it. They extend it to holiday seasons, all this. Also, this is literally a movie that's bringing people back to theaters. So,
I understand that part.
yeah, this is like a regular. If it's 4 months, that's a regular run. Like, you know what I mean?
Seems long. But my only gripe
For
with
a popular movie, go check how long Endgame was there. Endgame was in there, and then they put it back in.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so it's been in there long. I didn't know it was still there, but it's also we're used to these movies now going straight to coming straight to streaming, and
right.
so it kind of feels like it is long. But when it's a popular movie, they do that.
So real quick about Top Gun before I get to number 2.
Oh, okay. I have a question for y'all.
Okay, so real quick, Endgame was 89 days, according to Space. My only thing with Top Gun, so they should be the studio. I can't even think of the what studio did Top Gun. I don't want to. I don't want to guess, but I want to say Paramount, but I could be wrong, and I don't want to just put them on Paramount.
Paramount, probably.
I will say this because I
Paramount.
Yeah. Okay. Top Gun was supposed to come out before the pandemic, if people remember correctly.
Yep.
They waited. And they waited. It looks like they struck gold because they waited. Because this movie was supposed to come out in theaters before the pandemic happened, which is almost 3 years now, if you really fucking think about that shit, which is fucking wild.
I mean, but Top Gun was supposed to come out a long time ago. It really was. If you look at it, what's his name was doing like promos and going on interviews for it. Not Tom Cruise, but the other dude.
But this was just a shout out to Paramount. Like shout out to them for.
Oh no, it's
having
not.
The foresight.
But here's the thing: you're giving the credit to Paramount. That's where I was going to stop you because I noticed that I saw where you're going.
Where's going? You saw where it's going. What happened?
Give the credit to Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise stopped it.
Tom Cruise is the one that was like, no.
Nah, we waiting. Hold on.
Yeah, Tom Cruise is literally. That's why. What's it called? Was supposed to come out by now too. Mission Impossible. Yeah. Tom Cruise said, "Wait." Yeah. Yeah. Tom Cruise was not doing that, and he banked on it, bringing people back to the theaters.
Shout out to them because they struck with that. And
shout out to them for listening to Tom Cruise.
100%. All right. So number 2.
I have a quick question for y'all though.
Sure.
Quick question: are y'all Top Gun guys? Do y'all love Top Gun? Like, people love Top Gun.
I watched the first one in anticipation, like maybe the first 2 months ago, to get ready to watch the new one, and I still haven't watched it. I mean, it's cool. I don't think I'm a Top Gun guy. I mean,
yeah, it just may not be. I mean, I like the action when how they shoot it sometimes, but it's not like the greatest stuff ever. Like it's only 2 of them, and it's like the first one was so good. I mean, I like the first one. I mean,
that's what I'm saying.
I like the first one. I like the first one for what it is. It's not like the greatest shit ever, but it's like, oh, this is a cool like Marvin Goose storyline.
Goose died.
Man, should have ejected.
But yeah, I wouldn't say I'm a guy.
Okay, cool. I'm just asking because I'm really not. Yeah, it's cool. Yeah. I found myself. I think I jumped on it too late. So, but all right.
All right, number 2. We are not talking about the 20 trailers in Memphis that got hit over the weekend by let's call them pirates. I don't know what we call these people that stole Nike shoes and memorabilia and clothes from the trailers in Memphis. I think I had a screenshot up for this. Sorry, well, I think the amount of stuff that was the amount of merchandise that was taken, I think it tallied up to $800 million, which is
I didn't even know about that, so I couldn't even talk about it if I wanted to.
That is let me make. I want to confirm that it was 800 million. I'm sorry, 800,000. Still a lot of money. 800,000. So yeah, there was a lot of jokes on the internet over the week about somebody walking to Starbucks, but like that's a lot of merchandise. So you see somebody at Starbucks with the new J's on that hasn't come out, and like it's not gonna come out until Christmas. But there's a lot of that going on the internet. All right, number 3. I'm surprised we're not talking about this, and I'm actually thankful we're not talking about this. Number 3, we are not talking about Pat Beverly's press conference with the Lakers, and now everybody was up in arms about Pat Beverly.
That's bullshit.
We're gonna treat him. We're gonna treat him how LeBron and AD treat him. That nigga just talking. That nigga just talks.
So we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the fake ass bromance that they're trying to spin with Russell Westbrook and Pat Bev, because nobody.
You don't understand what Laker love is about.
Nobody believes you. All right, so unfortunately, we're not talking about Queen Elizabeth's passing that just happened in the last 2-3 hours. You know, R.I.P. Real.
Who?
Queen
Who?
Elizabeth.
You talking about who?
Queen
I really didn't hear.
Queen Elizabeth.
Oh damn! Finally, she dead. I mean, long live the queen, right? That's what they say. Whatever.
She had a long life.
She lived long.
I want that same energy. I didn't get that same energy when Shaka Zulu passed.
When they said long live the queens, dude, she took that. She took up on that. She was like, "Oh, y'all want me here?" She took up on that one.
I'm not laughing.
But hey, man,
I'm just moving on. All right, in the last one, we are not talking about the budget for Lord of the Rings, Ring of Power. Did you guys see the fucking budget for this fucking show?
It ain't my money. It ain't my money.
So,
what is it?
I'll say this. Let me get off on that real quick.
Okay, hold on.
So we don't gotta talk about the budget, but all you motherfuckers.
Here we go.
All of you.
Jesse's in his motherfucking
every
bag.
Single one of you motherfuckers. I got a problem with these characters being black. Y'all showing who y'all are. Oh, that's not what they are in the book. It's a motherfucking fantasy, you dumb motherfuckers. Like, what are you talking about? It's a fucking fantasy. That ain't my thing. That ain't my queen. That ain't my... You're showing who you are. I get it. Your fantasy, this is the only time you get to not wish black people around is in your fantasy. When you reading books. Okay, I get you now. I get it now. You don't see black people. Oh, except when they're slaves. Because, when it was Game of Thrones and the black people were slaves, ain't nobody saying, I don't see, why are there black people in there? Y'all was okay with them being slaves. So you motherfuckers. He's got a point. I got a point, nigga. I got a whole
but there was also kings
paragraph
on this in the Game of Thrones. There were also black kings in the Game of Thrones.
So real quick, let me just say,
the Valerian family's black.
Let me just say.
But I'm just saying.
Let me just say the budget for the show real quick. So the budget for the show is $715 million, which is
I gotta watch the
owned
show
by Amazon, and is now is the most expensive TV show series of all time, surpassing Game of Thrones.
Do I need to watch any of the movies to understand the show?
I wouldn't tell you. I'm not watching, so I'm not checking it out.
$715 million. You're not gonna watch it? Anything with a budget like that? Are you kidding?
No.
You know I'm gonna wonder what the effects are.
I don't care about Lord of the Rings like that, and maybe this is. I don't know if this is.
Kevin, I'll tell you this much.
I don't care enough.
I didn't really give a fuck for Lord of the Rings either.
Yeah.
But somebody kept telling me, "How do you like Game of Thrones and not like Lord of the Rings?"
And I like it. And I like.
So I watched those movies. And I used to talk a lot of shit just to make fun of it. And yes, it's a lot of trying to get this ring to a fucking volcano, but it's pretty dope. It is pretty dope.
I don't doubt it. I don't think I have.
And all of it, like visually and everything, unlike, fucking Avatar, which Avatar was like ahead of his game, but unlike Avatar, all the visual effects, all that shit holds up till today.
I don't currently have the patience to watch that show. Maybe when my daughter gets older and I start brainwashing her. This is what I'm calling it. But when I start watching shows with her and she starts understanding, maybe I'll give it a spin. But I don't have the patience to watch that. I wanted to, before the prequel of Thrones came out, I wanted to rewatch Game of Thrones, but I told myself, be real with yourself. Are you really going to watch how many 8 seasons of an hour-long show again? Like, yeah, that's not happening.
And I don't even think you really needed to rewatch it.
No, I just wanted to do it for myself. So yeah, that was a not list. All right, so now we're still going to talk about sneakers. We're going to talk about Kanye West and Adidas, which we previously talked about. I don't even know what to mostly say about this again. Obviously, he's been having his. We're not going to talk about what the stuff that he's tweeted to his wife. We're going to put that to the side. Going to put that way to the side over there.
He's doing that again?
Yeah, he is. We're going to put that to the side, but we're just going to strictly focus on the stuff that he's been talking about. Adidas and how they've been treating him and how they've been mocking his shoes and how they offered him $1 billion buyout. Rel, you look like you got a lot to say, and you're our Adidas Yeezy correspondent. Kanye's your man, so I want you to take the lion's share of this before I don't even know what I could add to this, but yeah, what do you feel should be done? I know now celebrities are involved about boycotting Adidas.
Mm-hmm. No Adidas, no more.
So yeah, what do you have to say about this?
You know what? I don't really want to get deep into my fandom because it just makes people sick. So I'm not even going to say that. I'm just going to say the man in the black hat who has been now appointed head of Adidas, and you're literally copying, pasting, and trying to just sneak money under it. And it's what sneaker brands have done for a long time. Like if you look at even Jordan mashups with Nike now, they'll try to throw a fucking 13 collaboration on a shit shoe just to try to get it to sell. So we're not playing this game, Adidas, because you fucking with Kanye West money, and we're not doing that. We controlling our narrative this year. So the narrative is we not fucking with Adidas until they stop coming out with these fakes and ripoffs that just look just like Yeezys, but you calling it Adidas X, Y, and Z. Like it just doesn't make sense. Like you got in bed with Kanye West. This is the last nigga you would want to rip off, and yet you constantly do shit knowing this. He is somebody who was particular on how he works. If we can be critical of it, we can just say he's particular on how he works. But I don't know. Adidas need to stop at these fucking knockoffs. I'm not buying none of that whack ass shit any fucking way. And he just cut it out. And we're not rocking with Adidas right now. So we need to just let it be known we're not fucking with Adidas.
Yeah. So Puff came out and supported him. The game. So a couple other people were supporting.
Let's get to the people that actually. Timbo.
I can't. Jesse, go ahead, because we haven't heard.
The game was the second name you said compared to like all the ones that are big names. Like
that was the first one that came to mind, Jesse. I don't know who it is. I said others too. Like that. Why does that?
All right. I mean, obviously we've actually touched on this a few times. It is bullshit. It is like I don't understand what they were attempting to do there. It just one of those things. I'm not even talking like in the sense of like Kanye wanting a piece of the company or anything. It's just one of those things like this is the most popular brand you got, and it's done 10 times more than anything you've ever had. Like you can even say their most popular shoe before this. It's never like what the Superstar Adidas, the originals, like Kanye blew that out.
Sambas, stuff like that.
Yeah, that was blown out the water. So to do that and then think you were gonna get away with it too, like it's just, and then it's like, all right, fine, you want to do that, but you don't want to like give it to like the creator, like, hey, this is Kanye inspired this, or a mix of this and a mix of that. You know what I mean? So like it's one of those things where you just look at it and you're just like, come on, bro. Like, y'all could do better. But hey, if they're gonna boycott, they boycott it. Look, here's the funny part about it is, I don't know. So is Kanye withholding like drop? I think he did a thing where it's like he's like nuking any drop of the shoe that they do, right? Of any of his shoes, right? Of any of his.
That I don't know.
Because I know they had a Yeezy day they had a Yeezy day where they were like they restocked and everything, and he was like, I never.
We talked about the Easy Day thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, I never approved that, and so I don't. I think he's putting like a stop to like anything that they're doing. I don't, or he's like, even if they attempt to do something, he like nukes it. So my thing is he gonna stop like the drop of any more shoes? Because if you drop the shoes, you put money back into their pockets. So I guess my question is like, what's the end game? So that's what I would see for like Kanye. Maybe Rel can speak more to it, but I haven't really paid attention to now. I know they're doing this, and it's fucked up, but they could do better.
Agreed. So I mean, I think we're all in agreement here.
Not to mention before you go that the Adidas blew one of the biggest sports bags ever with the unfortunate D Rose injury. Like they signed him to a long-term deal to be the face of the guy, and he was
their basketball department.
Yeah, and he saved that.
How did he save their basketball department?
How many people like the Donda shoes? I mean, you got people wearing the shoes. People are wearing Adidas again because of Kanye West, and not wearing it because of anybody else.
I would argue that people aren't wearing Adidas basketball shoes because they don't have any stars or superstars that resonate.
Look at the Kanye basketball shoes. There's people wearing the Kanye basketball shoes.
Not in NBA.
Yeah, but they like Kev. You're saying no stars. They signed a lot of people, bro.
Oh no,
they signed a lot of people, and none of them is hit off.
That's. I mean, shit. I could talk about the Millennial Thoughts.
I like Pharrell's shoes. Like everybody they've
this.
done these exclusive deals with, even like I guess Pharrell would be like the next.
Those are good.
Thing,
those are real good.
But it's still like that. Still like goes under the radar. It doesn't reach the hype. That it should.
And we haven't brought up Beyonce at all in this, but her collection.
Shit, my bad.
Her collection goes crazy.
Yeah, my fault.
But the only thing about her collection, that it's not exclusive. It doesn't come out at the volume that Yeezy does.
Right.
They always sell out. It's one of those.
They're like I forgot what they're called, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, they're it's not meant for the average consumer to go walk inside of an Adidas, Foot Locker, or any other places that these stuff are sold. You can just grab. That's just not how it is.
Mm-hmm.
What I was gonna say, I was gonna agree with what you guys' take anyway, but they know who they got in bed with. They know Kanye West is like there's a reason why he left Nike. Like you saw what he was trying to do with Nike, and Nike was telling him, no, you can't do that, and Adidas, you decided to take Kanye West and everything that is Kanye West and sign him to your brand. And yes, it was lucrative for all parties, but now, I guess I don't know this old saying that the roosters have come to roost. Is that the saying?
The
chickens come to roost. There you go. The chickens.
I think that's what it's called. Yeah.
But yeah. I'm just interested to see how this goes because I know he said that they offered him $1 billion buyout. And I don't think that's enough for what he generates. I'm pretty sure he makes that in a quarter. As far as I'm sure Adidas makes that in a quarter off Yeezys. I'm sure it's that lucrative. So Rel and I. So real quick, Rel, you and I watched Drink Champs, the B2K. It wasn't. So let me start by saying this: they didn't do what I thought they were. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was as far as them trashing Omarion. But before I go, I want to let you go and say what you have to say about it. What'd you think of the Drink Champs? What'd you think of Nori? What'd you think of Fizz basically being the spokesperson, speaking for all three of them most of the episode? What'd you think of Raz-B towards the end? Yeah, so
I think that's what turned me off to it. It was just like, why is Fizz doing all the talking?
It was a lot of Fizz.
Well, I guess because when we come to find out he's the original one.
Yeah,
he was the first member of B2K, And then, but I mean, honestly, it was kind of weird. I mean, the second best Jarrell ever is on J Boog. He just sat there. And Raz B, he got super drunk at the end. Like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't think drink champs is for everybody. And this is the hard part with drink champs is like there's people who are social drinkers like myself, and then there's people who got a lot of shit going on. Hey, I don't know if you want to drink and have a lot of the shit come out because Raspy late, when he got pretty drunk, he was I don't know what the man's been through, but I just want to say he just got too drunk. So this is the hard part that comes along with the Drink Champs show. So it was just like, but overall, here's what I have a big issue with when it comes to the overall show of that. Like when they were talking about past relationships and like exposing like why. Like I just feel like if you they keep saying we want to have a conversation. My thing is like I don't know if you expose that conversation you want to have. Is putting on Drink Champs is going to be the best platform. It's the best platform, is to put it out there basically. Like if you really got grievance with Omarion and then about the first time you guys hit each other's chick off, like I think this is some shit you really gotta hash out with him, and clearly they wanted to because during the whole part of the interview they kept saying that they loved him. They kept saying that like he was a brother and that he just wanted to like they just wanted to have a conversation to talk to him. But I don't know. But overall, I mean, I don't know. You didn't watch it, but I'm gonna just say like as far as the cultural impact, like I think they got. I mean, you look at B2K having a reunion tour right now. That they should be getting that bag, and they should be getting a reunion tour bag because people of my age love nostalgia music. We love music from that era. So, now there's a whole genre of shows that can be had. And now they can't have it because of it seemed like just pride and ego. You know what I'm saying? Like territorial shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like I don't know. Like I said, I can't speak for them personally, but it just seemed like it's just more like when men put their pride in their way when it comes to who's.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Do you think Omarion ever I think this is already a question that answers itself, but do you think Omarion ever reached what he should have reached by leaving the group? Or my question is, because I think we could both agree, he didn't reach the level of like the expectation when he left the group. The level of like popularity and stardom that he could have possibly. I believe that when you're leaving the top group, well, all right, Poseidon asked the question, what was the expectation? I believe the expectation was if you're going to leave a group that's at the top of their top of popularity, the most popular group in the game right now and everything, and you leave at its height, not even like it was still, they were still ascending. It wasn't even like they were, unless you could speak something else to this, but I believe they were still ascending when he broke off. There wasn't like this drop off that was happening. So to take that and never be above that, like if you look group members have real people that go solo rise above it. So I think, I mean, if we're sitting there saying like who would he compare to, like I would say like if we're looking at any group, we can do this thing where it's like, all right, name at that time, who would you name like groups, Rel, that an artist goes solo and the artist becomes bigger or doesn't really reach the height that he could have been?
It's NSYNC. I mean, like it happened with NSYNC. NSYNC is the first one I think of because it didn't happen with the Backstreet Boys because even their most talented dude didn't have talent. So,
they tried.
So I mean, and then you got to go to the '90s, the ones that really matter. I mean, Bobby started with New Edition, and then he was already bigger than New Edition when he was in New Edition. So, and everybody knew it, But then they brought Johnny Gill because they needed a voice. But Johnny Gill's voice was bigger than New Edition as well because he was the only one that could sing out of all of them. So when it comes to certain groups, people have to kind of have the expectations of who they really are. Because at the end of the day, Omarion was kind of, it seemed like they were kind of skyrocketed. I mean, the fact that when you hear the variations of the group, I mean, it would have never worked without Omarion. Like, they kept saying like Omarion was the last person there. It would have never worked without Omarion because I don't know, like they were saying like how he kept, go ahead.
No, I was just saying I agree.
Yeah,
I do think that. Yeah, I do think
because sometimes there's a certain level of boy band leaderish you gotta have to when you. So it's like, and so I mean, at the end of the day, we never heard a Raz B like spin off. We never heard Fizz or so like we. No, I can't find it on my Spotify. Like nobody ever heard.
But you could also say they've tried, but you could say that all the people that run them, the people that they're management team and all that, their management team, they stopped, put it to an end. You know what I mean? But okay, let me say this. So we NSYNC's example, and we say Justin Timberlake. Do we say that Omarion reached Justin Timberlake level?
No.
I say no.
I don't know. Justin Timberlake.
He had hits on like look. We can say that.
I swear, after that verses, I look at.
We can say that he had hit songs. We can say, but he never reached the level.
I would say this after
Space said race plays a part, and I agree with that.
That Man in the Woods album set music back.
I didn't listen.
Wait, what?
You talk about Justin Timberlake's album, Man in the Woods.
Man in the Woods, when he was straight. Yeah.
Well, we're not talking. That's way later in his career. We're talking about.
That was just about a year or two ago. What are you talking about
the beginning, though. Yeah. Why are you talking about the end of his last?
Bro, you just said exactly what I said. I said that's way later in his career. You're talking about 1 or 2 years ago. That's exactly what I said.
Anyway, then you want to show he's drinking.
Anyways, we're talking about when he left. At the time when he left the group, or when he decided to depart and go solo.
Right.
From there, we could say the next 10 years, his next 10 years compared to Omarion's next 10 years, they're not. Obviously, yes, you could say race plays a huge part, right. But Justin Timberlake. Now, are we saying who's better? Obviously, Omarion's a better dancer. Singing, they're probably on the same level.
That's true. That's true.
Now performing, like in the sense of like holding.
Justin Timberlake can do a lot of shit though.
I think Justin Timberlake gets it. Like, do y'all get what I say? When I say performing, like,
yeah.
Like performing,
he can play the guitar, like even and
he can hold a crowd.
And Omarion ate a watermelon.
I think we saw that versus, and we saw that Omarion can do a lot of dancing, do a lot of things, but he doesn't have that charisma. He doesn't have that. Oh, I want to pay. He also was never the favorite of the group. Like the ladies didn't love him.
Yeah, he was.
So he was never.
Even when I was a kid, like I said, the Scream tour was one of the first tours I ever went to. Me and my sister and I went.
You went to the original Scream tour?
Yes. Come on, man. We talked.
Oh, nice. You went to the Scream tour?
The Great Western Tour.
Oh, okay. Okay,
I'm serious. I didn't know you.
Yeah, that's dope. That's dope. I didn't want to go at that time. I was too cool for school.
My sister and her friends had spray painted shirts. They should,
Oh, that's dope.
She liked J Book, so she had the J Book shirt.
What was the lineup? Do you remember it?
Bow Wow, B2K, obviously. I want to say, oh shit, it was another group at the time too.
Marcus Houston. Yeah, what is it? What's it called? Was he still Batman at that time?
Immature was definitely there. B5.
IMX. Yeah, be respectful. IMX at that time.
B5 definitely was there.
Hold on, was it IMX?
I don't think Pretty Ricky was there.
So yeah, that's what I said.
I don't think Pretty Ricky was there when it was before Pretty Ricky. This was like way before.
Immature better though.
They're the same group.
Nah, they're not. They're not the same group because one got good music, the other one don't. So don't say that.
Okay.
Wait, who's the same group? Immature and IMX?
They're the same people.
Immature is better than I am.
Immature got way better music.
There's no argument.
IMX got some like hits.
I'm just saying, y'all speak about them like they're different, like they could go against the verses against each other.
They can.
They're the same people.
No, IMX would get beat.
Yeah, IMX would get beat.
Did you
unless it's IMX? Wait, IMX and Marcus Houston solos. Then maybe they can challenge.
Rel, did you touch on R. Kelly, them talking about R. Kelly?
I didn't because I don't want to talk about R. Kelly. So,
okay. I didn't know, and this is just me. I didn't know. I'm sure this is news. Carolyn actually told me that she was aware of this. I didn't know that R. Kelly wrote their whole second album, which is
he did. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
I didn't know.
It's actually not a surprise.
Yeah, not a surprise. The second album got a lot of hits, so it's now I gotta not listen. I mean, not that I listen to it anyway. Now you can't listen to the second B2K album.
I mean, they were 17 at the time. What'd you expect?
Moving on, skating past that joke right there. Yeah, and he wrote for Mike. All right. So before we get to Millennial Thoughts, I want to talk about, if this is fine, talk about the WNBA finals that just got announced. So as we're recording right now,
what game are we going to?
What game are we going to? Sky have lost surprisingly in Game 5. So the Connecticut Sun are playing against the Las Vegas Aces.
That's a scary series.
In the WNBA finals.
That's a scary series.
Before we get to predictions, and obviously we didn't watch the game because we were recording, but I can't wait to watch the highlights and see kind of what happened. I know a lot of people was rooting for Candace Parker. A lot of people was rooting for Chicago to at least make it to the finals again, to possibly go back to back. I do feel like space is bullshitting right now, but I do think that this is a series that at first glance I thought it was going to be easier, but I do see this going 5. I think this is going to be a long series, but at the end I got the Aces. I think they're rolling. Asia, as we're recording, Asia just won her second MVP yesterday, so not only did she win Defensive Player of the Year,
she'll be a top 10 player when it's all said and done.
She's won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP in the same year, and all she's missing is that ring behind it. But yeah, Rel. So no, we talked about this. You said you're not going Sunday because it's the first Sunday of NFL. You said I
got a busy weekend. I got Kendrick tomorrow. I got to go out of town. Can we go to I'll be at Tuesday game. Can we go to Tuesday's game?
No, you can go to Tuesday's game.
Are you coming?
I can go to Tuesday's game.
All right, I'll get tickets to the game. Actually, I'll get tickets. Let me know. I'll get everybody tickets. Bring the. You going Tuesday?
I'm going Sunday.
You going Sunday? Fuck, I know you're going Sunday. Okay, but you coming Tuesday though? You gonna pick me up? I'm gonna get tickets. So let me know how many tickets I need to get.
I can't believe you're doing this on the pod. This is crazy.
I mean, we're friends.
Shit is stupid. Jesse, you have any comments about the WNBA finals? Talk about the Aces, Asia Wilson, or the Connecticut.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I've been watching, so okay, I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna.
And believe me, I do the same thing all the time. I know my strengths and weaknesses. Believe me.
I'm not gonna.
So, can I say one thing? Can I say one thing about the series?
Before we go,
is that it's just that front line. It's just that Aces are too fucking small, and Stokes is a bum, and I love Asia Wilson, but she has no help when it comes to that front line.
All right, can we do one thing? Can we stop doing this thing where like calling somebody a bum, calling them we got to be better than like. I don't even like calling homeless people bums. Really? Oh my bad. They're called unhoused now, but it's like, come on. Like
you have a platform now, man. You can't
like
just
they are human beings.
I call you a bum, but I can't. I'm not calling nobody a bum. Like
let me double down. Like I'm just talking from a sports perspective. Like I mean, if you
I'm not saying that you're. I'm just saying there's other words to use. Bum is
okay. Now let me retract that. Okay,
yeah.
So Asia Wilson need help because Stokes sucks ass. and
Yeah,
it's just stiff up front. No
Hopefully,
disrespect.
Guerrica can play more in this series and help not only defensively but offensively. But she is kind of lighter in the shorts and Stokes.
And I say that with all due respect and the fact that she's in the league and I can't do half the shit she can do. But when it comes to helping Asia Wilson in the front line, she gets her damn jersey fricasseed off. And me and my sister talk about this all fucking day. So the fact that the Aces got to go small and that the Connecticut Sun can go so fucking big with Bria Jones in that front court and like they eat in that front court. There's no playing that games. Asia Wilson can. This is where Asia Wilson cannot get in foul trouble, and this is why Stokes, who's a hack, who doesn't do anything else, and then they got rid of Liz Cambridge for nothing. So we should bring Liz back. We need Liz.
I have nothing to add. But I
yes,
I
no
can't
bond. Yeah,
I can't wait for the series. And I should be in attendance Sunday. All right, so millennial thoughts. And who wants to go first?
but
Wow, we're doing not it's.
Not
Wow, we're doing not it's. Wow, look at this. All right. Good thing I had mine close to the dome. All right, so we don't talk a whole lot about streetwear on this podcast, but me myself, I'm a fan of streetwear. I'm a fan of clothing, not only just shoes that you see behind me, but I'm a fan of certain brands, and I want to give a big shout out to one that I feel like since they came out, and I don't remember off the top of my head when they came out. I feel like they've been killing it, and I don't even know if they've been quietly killing it. I'm not talking about Adidas space. I'm talking about a legit streetwear brand.
Dadas.
No. I want to give it. So this week, just like they normally do, Kith, which is owned by Ronnie Feig. If you're not familiar with.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say NYC.
No.
AKA Aniche.
I don't know. I like Nietzsche. I like some of Nietzsche pieces.
It's really NYC. I just learned that like a week ago. But go ahead.
So like I said, so Kith, which has been around for a long time, again owned by Ronnie Fig, New York native. He works that. Go check his history in clothing and streetwear. It's long, it's tender, and this man knows fashion and he knows look and he knows culture. New York based streetwear brand. They came out with their fall 22 collection, and again, for whatever reason, I always feel like with Kith drops, not so much the Supreme drops or Palace or name your other cool streetwear brands. I just named a couple. For some reason, when Kith does a look-see book or when Ronnie gets really in his bag, they have a way of making drops look really, really special. So what I'm getting to is they dropped the look-see book for their fall 2022 collection, and they use Jerry Seinfeld as the model for the collection. Right now, this is not of the norm for Ronnie Fig getting a celebrity of Jerry Seinfeld's ilk, but I want to talk about that a little later. But because Ronnie's gotten Dipset to promote one of his fire ass New York collections. I think. Let me see. Yeah. So, no, that's not one of them. Anyway, wait. Actually, I do have one up here. So, I haven't worn it yet, but they dropped this hat, and for what this hat came up with this collection, and what the models they used for this collection was Dipset. So it was a New York Knicks base collection where they use Joel Santana, Killer, Cam, And why am I blanking on the last the what's
Freaky Zeke.
no, not Freaky Zeke.
Jim
Hell,
Jones.
Jim
Hell
Jones.
Rel. No,
Jim
Ruger
Jones.
Rel. Ruger Rel.
Rail's doing that on purpose. Jim Jones. They used
Not
those
Max,
three.
but not Max B though.
Nah,
not Max B.
They use them as their collection. Ronnie's use influencers like the great Clark Kent. He's used a lot of people in this space that matter in streetwear and creating really cool stuff. But what I want to basically say is the fact that he was able to get Jerry fucking Seinfeld for this collection, who doesn't need $1 for anything, doesn't need a look for anything, doesn't need to play cool or look cool for anybody. The fact that Ronnie has the pull to get Jerry Seinfeld to model this fall collection, I feel like was not talked about enough on the internet. I saw a lot of people. It was some people praising it on the internet, but it was also trolls being like, "Well, why is I don't Jerry Seinfeld's wearing this? Why would I wear this?" It's just the storytelling. Again, the fact that Jerry Seinfeld, who again doesn't need a cent for anything, that he was able to get Jerry Seinfeld to model his latest fall collection was awesome. And I think people who know me, Undefeated is my favorite streetwear brand. I have a lot of their pieces. I buy a lot of their stuff that I think is cool. I buy a lot of their shoes. I feel like Kith is now like, for me, neck and neck with Undefeated. At least for me, again, I don't pretend like I buy all the streetwear shit, but I know the ones that I like, and I just wanted to give a big shout out to Ronnie Fig and Kith, because I feel like they've been killing it and he's been killing it, but I've been kind of quietly just monitoring and just looking and not saying anything. So I just wanted to basically praise them and then talk about how he got the pull for bringing Jerry Seinfeld on. All right, so who wants to go next?
I got it.
All right,
let's do this. My millennial thought is, as we are turning over how we view things, how we watch things, we are becoming way more stream dependent versus cable. We have cut the cord, so to speak. I want to speak directly to these streaming companies that are taking over sports. Now, the reason why I'm speaking about this directly is because a lot of y'all have NFL that you stream. Prime, I was gonna say prime time, but Amazon Prime.
Are they motherfuckers?
I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get there.
Okay.
Oh, shout out to my homegirl. She in this commercial. Anyways, Amazon Prime, y'all got Thursday Night Football exclusively. NBC, Peacock, you stream your NFL Sunday games on your Peacock website or streaming platform. And Fox will probably eventually have something as well. And then ESPN Plus, or they're going to be putting games on NBC or ABC now, so you're going to be able to stream the games on most likely Hulu, or just you go to the ESPN Plus. I've been trying to watch this Buffalo Bills game. I've been watching it on my TV, and this has happened everywhere I go. Every TV I've watched, my last apartment, this apartment, they try to claim it's something, but it's not. Y'all motherfuckers, I swear, gotta fix how you stream live games. It's pausing every fucking 30 seconds. Y'all motherfuckers gotta be better than that. This is not the first time. This ain't the first year. It happened last year. It happened the year before. This is why I like to just go to my own little motherfucking website and go on. But I've been trying, since I'm paying for these motherfuckers already, how about you just have better streaming service? Because a lot of people are turning to this to watch the game now. Amazon Prime, same thing. Y'all motherfuckers better be on it. No more pausing every fucking 30 seconds pause, and then it's way behind. Like not even like on time. I had to watch it on my motherfucking phone to be able to watch it in time. Because I get text messages, you go to Bleacher Report, you go to ESPN, anywhere you get your sports updates. These motherfuckers is already putting it on there, and you're like a whole minute, 2 plays, a whole fucking drive behind because it keeps fucking pausing. So my millennial thought is do better, motherfuckers. Do better because the Bills are going to the Super Bowl and I need to watch it on time and live. And I need to see them whooping ass live. So
God.
I'm done.
Okay. I like how you sat back in your chair like he was a king.
Because I am.
You are a king. My bad, king.
Thank you.
Is on me?
Yes, sir.
All right, so mine, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna keep it on. I'm gonna keep it sports based. It's just I want to talk about something that I'm a college football fan. I love all sports, but college football means a lot to me. I love atmosphere. I love I love the ins and outs of it. I love how play calling. I love development. But one thing I think that that's really pissing me off that I think that changed narrative is just rinse and repeat the fact that Nick fucking Saban gets to get the best fucking players every year and year out. And like, if you can go to Alabama, you can go to Jackson, Mississippi. Because if I'm telling you right now, if you want to go somewhere where the coaches look like you, they're not going to treat you like you a boy on the plantation, like Nick Saban be demeaning some of his players. I'm like, bro, coach him up. Well, you just be in the fucking, he's making 94 million and he's complaining about the NIL rule, and Deion Sanders is still like building shit up like from the foundation. If you a high school recruit right now and you really want to change the narrative of how sports can really change for a sport, if you're a 5-star, just like Travis Hunter did, he got an NIL deal, but he did go to Jackson University. So, but if you're one of these 5 stars that consider Alabama, stop going to these Power 5 SEC conferences where the investors of the fucking school don't even fund the police as much as they fund your goddamn university. Start going to the Jackson States where somebody look like you, like Deion, and everybody can teach you something. Start is football. The game gonna travel. It don't matter. Here's the thing about Jackson State is what they proven. It don't matter where you go. The game gonna travel. The game gonna follow itself. The game. Look at the Dame Lillard with the fucking Weber State. Like the game gonna travel. Like if you look at just sports in general, just go. Stop going to these fucking schools where the white dudes invest in the school and they invest in the police funds as well. Stop going to these fucking Texas A&Ms and say you're a fucking 5-star athlete. Go down to Jackson State and play for Deion. And I mean that shit. Change the landscape of football. And this is coming from a college football head. I'm tired of seeing the same old rinse and repeating shit. I'm tired of seeing these fucking schools in the South never with a fucking black head coach, but they're literally I've never seen LSU with a black head coach. You're in fucking New Orleans. How do you not have had a black head coach? Like I just don't. They just we can't. I just can't wrap my fucking head around it. We in LSU's history, they've never had a black head coach. Not the one I've seen that in my lifetime. It's just stupid shit to me like that. Especially when it comes to football, because a lot of kids from the South only get out because of that football. So start looking at Jackson State, and that's my millennial thoughts, man.
Well said. Well said. Nice job by everybody. Nice job by everybody.
Shout out to Deion.
Shout out to Deion.
Really changing the narrative, bro. You can really go there and he's gonna get you. He's gonna take care of you on every level.
When I knew Deion, I mean, we all know Deion's different, but when he brought Brittany Renner to meet with his kids and she talked to them about like girls like her or girls similar to her or girls who are trying to trap you, who are going to be trying to trap you, or just the life pitfalls or whatever. That's when I was like, oh yeah, outside the box thinking. Like he's literally teaching them like real life tools. Because like again, maybe only like 5 of them really heard or like only listened and paid attention. But when the message come from somebody like her, it's different. You know what I'm saying? Like Dion gonna tell you all day, your mama can tell you all day, your uncle, they all been through it. But like when somebody who literally has kind of done it tells you, it's different. It is. You can say what you want, Jess.
I'm just laughing at everything that he's been teaching them kids. That's the thing you went to.
No, I took no. I said that's when I knew Dion was different. Like the way he's trying to, that was one of the things that I noticed when he first got there.
I get you.
I was talking about that, but yeah, that was when I knew Dion was teaching him different. All right, well that's the show. Please don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Please, again, it costs you nothing to subscribe to the show. It's free 99. Jesse did his stupid ritual at the end of the pod, which actually I'm actually fine with you doing at the end of the pod. I don't care if you do it in the pod. It costs you nothing to subscribe. Please don't forget to subscribe to our Instagram as well. Follow our Instagram. We give polls. We do daily posts on there as well. So please interact with the Instagram. Anything else I want to say? Oh, I think that's it. So for Jesse's stupid ritual where you just see his chair, Rel, who's for some reason doesn't have his video on, Space, who's here, I'm K the Classic, and you guys have a good day. We're those millennials, and we're out.